Hey there, what's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria. We just got through working out.
We are coming at you live from beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And we just wanted to shoot this quick video. We want to encourage you guys, you entrepreneurs, all of you network marketers out there. There are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days, but
like a roller coaster.
But we definitely want you to keep on pushing no matter what.
Keep this straight.
Because ultimately, your most difficult day, the worst thing that happens to you is going to become part of your story. And part of your story is actually going to be training for somebody else. There's someone else that absolutely needs to hear your story. Your story can be the most valuable thing in your arsenal when it comes to reaching other people. Because it's human nature. People are attracted to stories. They're attracted.
No, I am.
I mean, it's kind of boring to hear about someone that's always been successful. If things...
Yeah, I want to hear what you went through. It gives me encouragement. Yeah.
You know, the person where everything is always easy, it's just boring. That's the type of story that's going like this.
It's kind of like that movie Pleasantville, where everything is... That's just not realistic.
That's so boring. That's so boring. You know, by definition, a story needs to have a situation where a person has to deal with adversity. So maybe they start up here and then they go down like that. And then through their courage and strength and fortitude, they come out of that situation and they end up way up here on top.
With an S on their shirt.
Right.
Like Superman or Superwoman.
Absolutely right. So just think about it, guys. You're on your road to success, and when you find that difficult pitfall that you fall into,
and you will,
it invariably happens. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to fall down, but the thing that makes a story is your ability to get back up.
I like to know how it's like Houdini, the magician from years ago. I like to hear how a person came out of adversity, how they came back, like the comeback kid.
Like the comeback kid.
Comeback kid.
You know,
how they made it.
That's a great point. I mean, that makes the story more exciting. You know, one of my favorites was the TV show 24. Right, when the main character, he was locked in a computer room, and there was a bomb ticking. And you're like, how is he going to get out? You know he's going to find some way to get out of it, but how is he going to get out of it? And then what ended up happening, there was a door in the floor. He was able to get the door in the floor, put the thing over him, the bomb exploded, and he was still alive. And, you know, when you see somebody going through adversity, it makes it exciting because that's part of life.
Now, my favorite story is, of course, sports. I love football. I love cheerleading. I love the whole 9 yards. My favorite is the one about the former quarterback, Kurt Warner. He won the Super Bowl, and I think it was the St. Louis Rams?
No.
Okay, I think it was the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was the Rams. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he won the Super Bowl. The thing that was so cool about it is the year before he won, or a couple years before he won the Super Bowl, he had been bagging groceries at a grocery store.
Wow.
He was a free agent. He got to walk on the team and, you know, try it and all that.
Oh, my God.
But he married a woman who had a special needs child. I mean, this man had been through a lot of adversity. And I didn't know if to cry or be so joyful when he won his Super Bowl. I think Kurt Warner will always, in the back of my mind, I will always look at him as a true NFL hero. He came through adversity when people thought his career was over, then he came back like the comeback kid. Mm-hmm. I always think Kurt Warner's story is an inspiration to anybody who's quit on themselves, given up on themselves, and have no tenacity to move forward. He could have gave up, he could have just said his career's over, but this man kept persevering. And I think Kurt Warner is a hero. I just love that guy. I think he's excellent. I love you more, but I think he's a hero.
Well, you know what happens when you hear a story like that, you hear somebody's story, what it does is it creates a connection. You know, people can identify with that. They can identify you. They feel like they know you. Even if they're only watching you in a Facebook Live video, or even if they're listening to you at a lecture hall, When you tell that story, you touch something inside of them that is uniquely human, that uniquely ties everybody together. And it's a very, very powerful thing. So, again, the point is, when you're going through adversity, yes, it's painful, no question about it. But I want you to think about coming out on the other side and understanding the most painful situation for you could be great training for somebody else. Because if it's a painful situation that you're in, what do people want to do most of all? Avoid pain.
That's so
They
true.
seek to avoid pain. And when you're able to explain a painful situation, and more importantly, explain how you were able to get out of it, that touches people. It's very attractive to people. And it's something that is very important to learn how to do. So that's our quick message for this evening. If you find value in the content we're providing and you'd like additional information, please type info in the comments. Otherwise, this is Eric and Victoria saying, hope you're having a great evening.
And remember, success is action in motion. And if you ever want to feel like giving up or you're not pushing through, Google Kurt Warner, because I still think Kurt Warner's story is the American dream and the comeback kid. Because of Kurt Warner, if I ever get down, I think about what he accomplished and what he did. I think Kurt Warner is terrific.
Great
and
story.
I always, it's a great story.
Yes.
And may you have a great evening.